Hello, fellow YouTubers. I would like to begin with Jenny's events again have spiked. Um, Not exactly sure as to the cause to the situation, but I am aware of the situation. No word from her doctors yet about any information from any test or anything that is going on. Um, I've talked to quite a few people and I've told them and expressed to them how I am about to get ready to tell the doctors that there will be no more tests until they tell us why all of the other tests have not given them the information that they were seeking. Um, Yesterday was the last day of school for the kids. Sorry, brain fart just a couple seconds ago. Anyways, yesterday was the last day for the kids, and they seemed okay with it. They seemed happy. It was a typical day. Um, I can't think of anything else. Jenny's loving the swimming pool. It's now finally it's open, and she's really enjoying it. Except for the fact when she gets cold. Now the swimming pool is really cold, and they have to fill it up every day here. Apparently they need like probably a new lino in the swimming pool itself, but they have to keep filling it up, and because they do that, the water never really gets a chance to warm up, and seeing as it never gets a chance to warm up, it's always cold, and she really hates it. And within about 30 minutes of playing in the water, she's done. So we don't get to go swimming that often. I mean, that long. But seeing as I was speaking of the swimming pool, I wanted to do this really fast. If you really want to get the entire video, go to my Miso Fog account or channel on YouTube, and you'll get to see the review I have for what I'm about to show you. My daughter does have autism, and in the past 2 years, there has been a certain way of how we've applied sunscreen to her. It's a bit different, and it works for us. So I wanted to share it with all of you other people who may have a child with autism and may struggle with putting sunscreen on your child. But this is how we do it. One, we use the copper tone continuously spray 50 SPF. This we spray on her body. That means her torso, her arms, and her legs, and her back. Don't forget her back, or his. And we spray it on the body, and we let it absorb. And then the next thing we do, or the first thing we do, however she is willing to allow us to do it, we always do it however she lets us. The next thing we do is, of course, there is no sunscreen on her face. We also spray this as much as we can on her neck. She's got a little neck, so it's a little hard. The next step we do is we use the Banana Boat Baby 100 SPF sunscreen. This is really thick sunscreen. It's really hard to apply really fast, but it's 100 SPF, so it is definitely worth it. And this we apply to her face. Now, why don't we apply this to the face? Because it specifically says not to spray on a person's face. To spray it into your hand and then rub it on your face. Well, that's not as easy as said, so we use this. It's a lot easier, but not easiest. The easiest thing would be, oh, get your face sunburned, but that's not so easy because then you gotta deal with the child being in pain. So that's what we do to apply sunscreen to our child with autism. And it's pretty simple, it's easy, it's quick, and she doesn't seem to be too traumatized by it. Of course, you gotta wait your 15 minutes. Always wait your 15 minutes and make sure that you apply it on every inch of the body. Make sure that the body is completely covered, that is exposed to the sun. Also, you want to make sure that the child gets sunscreen applied often as needed to ensure the safety of the sun rays. That is my best advice I can give you, is to make sure your child is protected from sunburn. I would hate for your autistic child to get sunburn and then have to deal with that child who's in pain. Not to mention the already annoying, to say, condition that makes their life and your life just a tiny bit harder. This is one way to make it simple. It took about a year to completely finish this, and to exactly figure out how it was best to do it. I was using those sticks that you get. They look like glue sticks, but it's sunscreen. I was using those because all you had to do was rub it on. But every now and then I would scrape for because it would wear down just as easy as a glue gun or a whatever. A glue stick would wear down as quickly as a glue stick as well. So I would occasionally scrape her face. So applying this was a lot better of a choice than buying the sunscreen stick, as I like to call it. The sunscreen stick, I've only found it at Babies R Us. I haven't really seen it anywhere else. I don't shop in many different places though. So that's what I would suggest, and of course, tweak it and walk it to the way it fits you and your family and your child. And happy swimming, happy fun time in the sun, and I hope that your child doesn't drive you as insane as mine does. Um, as I said in previous posts, some of school is now out, so the kids are home constantly all day. Not that that's a problem. It's just that I now have to try to keep the kids entertained the entire day. And I don't get a break, so the likelihood of me getting to make a lot of videos is going to be really, really hard. And the only reason I'm able to make this video right now is because my daughter is actually asleep on the couch. So that's the only reason I'm able to make a video right now. So it's going to be situations like that you're going to get to see a post. So I'm sorry about it, and I'm warning you ahead of time, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions on how I've handled all this other stuff with my daughter with autism, go ahead and even send me a letter and let me know. And don't forget to check out my other channel, Miso Fog. That's basically just everyday around the house reviews that I have to add my own opinion to. Some do result in Jenny's care, which is the child with autism, and some don't. So I hope that you guys really enjoy your summer, and I know that we will. We're going to be at the pool the entire time. You guys have a great summer.